Hey guys, it's TJ from Susie Sweet Shop and welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a bar recipe, which are pecan bars. It's one of my childhood favorites, so it is a Susie's original recipe. My mom used to make these all the time when I was a kid. For some reason, she made them more around the holidays, so it really reminds me of Christmas time. So I thought it was a perfect time to show you this recipe, and if you like quick and easy, this is the recipe for you. We don't need a mixer this time. We can do it all by hand in one bowl. It is a two-layered bar, so we are going to be making a base layer and then a top layer. So let me tell you what's going to be in here and then we'll get started. So in the base layer, you're going to need some salted butter, brown sugar, and flour. And then in the top base, you're going to need some brown sugar, flour, cocoa, eggs, baking powder, and salt, and chopped pecans. So this bar is like if a brownie and a chewy butter cookie had a baby, that would be this bar. So let's get started. I'll show you how quick and simple it is to make. You're not gonna believe it. So first we'll just throw our softened butter into the bowl. And then we'll throw in our brown sugar and just quickly cream those up together. Just make sure your butter is soft. Okay, so they're nice and mixed in together. And now we just add in our flour, and that's everything that's going in our base layer. So it's like a brown sugar shortbread base, but it's a little chewier than a shortbread. Okay, so this does take a minute to mix in, so you don't want to go too quickly or you'll wear it all over you. Okay, so the original recipe is baked in an 8x8 pan. I happen to have this obsession lately with silicone pans. I just think they are such a great invention that they, you can put anything in it and it doesn't matter how sticky it is, it's going to just come out with no problem at all. So the silicone pan I have is 9x9, so these are going to be a little thinner than the original recipe and won't take quite as long to bake, but I will give you the times for both in case you're depending on which pan you decide to use. Okay, so that's our base. Pull my pan over, and we're gonna dump that all into the silicone pan. I'm just gonna get the rest of that butter off there because I do want it all. Okay, and it is quite crumbly, you'll see, but it will come together. Just start pushing it in to your pan. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but you just want to make a nice base layer there. And yes, you will have some all over your hands, but the messier the better. So that's it for the base layer, guys. Super simple, super quick. I'm just gonna take this and set it aside. We don't actually pre-bake it, it bakes all at once. I'm just gonna use the exact same bowl, no point dirtying a second one. Don't even have to stop and wash it out. This is like the easiest recipe ever. So we'll start by putting our brown sugar in. Just take your spatula or wooden spoon, whatever it is that you're using. Just kind of beat it around a little bit to make sure there's not any giant clumps in your brown sugar. Okay. And I'm going to throw in my flour. And you'll notice it's only a tiny bit of flour. There's not much flour in this recipe. Our cocoa powder, that's what's gonna make it chocolatey like a brownie. And this is our salt and baking powder. I just put them in the same one together because it's very little amounts. Okay, so just give that a little stir around just to try to incorporate it a bit. And you could use a whisk at this point if you wanted to, if you wanted to make sure that you had them well incorporated, and if you're more concerned about the lumps, I don't really worry about it too much. All right, and now we're gonna put in our eggs. And you will notice that this is the only liquid that's going in our brownie base, which is a little different than most recipes. And you're probably questioning, is that actually gonna work? Trust me, it works, I promise. So give it a nice stir up. You could do this in a mixer if you wanted to, but it is such an easy recipe. It doesn't take a whole lot of elbow grease, so you, again, just don't bother dirtying extra stuff if you don't have to. So you'll see, it's just a nice, smooth, chocolatey batter. And finally, we're gonna add in some chopped pecans. If you don't like pecans, you could certainly exchange them for other nuts that you do like. Sorry, I just wanna throw a few things out of my way. So if you want to put in some walnuts or almonds or something like that, they would work just as well. I can't say that I've ever made them without putting any nuts in. It probably would still work. I don't know if it would be as good because it's kind of a texture thing, but if you decide to do that, let me know. You know how it turns out. So that is it. So I'm just gonna bring our base back over, and then we're gonna dump our brownie batter on top of our shortbread base. And again, if you're using a bit smaller pan, these would be a bit thicker bar. But look at it this way, you'll have a larger bar when you cut it if you use a bit bigger pan like I am here. So just use your spatula to guide your batter over your base. So now we're going to take this, put it into our oven, 325 Fahrenheit. If you're using a 9x9 pan like I am, it's going to take roughly about 25 minutes. If you're doing a bit smaller in an 8x8, you're going to take at least half an hour, but you are going to have to test it just like you would with a brownie. You want so that when you stick a toothpick in the center, that it comes out with just slightly moist crumbs. Okay, so I'm gonna get this in the oven and I'll meet you back once they're out. Okay, so our bars are all cooled now. I did forget to mention as well that if you're using a silicone pan, make sure you put a sturdy one underneath it or you're gonna make your life a lot harder than it has to be. So now, you'll see why I love silicone so much right here. This will just pop right out, no sticking whatsoever. So there's our bars. So these are good to go just as they are. You can eat them plain just like this. This is how Brad prefers them. He's already requested I not put toppings on some of them. But I am gonna cut them and then we'll decorate up a few. I can show you how you can make them look kind of festive for the holidays. So 9x9, that was really uneven. 9x9 pan, I usually will cut it into about 16 bars and you get a nice size. Or you can cut them into a lot smaller pieces as well and use them as little bite-sized ones on a party tray. Alright, so I just added on some wax paper here just to keep my surface clean and make it easy for cutting and moving my bars around. Okay, so yeah, I didn't do a very good job of keeping them even, but you do whatever you want with yours. I'll show you how you could do little finger ones, or you could make little baby bite-sized ones for doing a tray when you're having company. So it just depends on what it is that you would like to do. Okay, so I will slide these over. And to make ours look a little festive, we're gonna add a bit of buttercream to the top. Again, you can leave them plain. You can put some chocolate ganache on here. So that's just some melted chocolate with some cream. You can also use just a store-bought frosting as well. Nobody's gonna judge you, but you can also make your own buttercream, and I just happen to have some on hand since I do own a bakery. So I have some green and pink buttercream here. I'm just gonna do some little swirls just to make it look festive. We prefer to do pink than red because I find red you have to use so much food coloring that can make it taste bitter, and I just think pink is prettier. And I get some little holly berry sprinkles here. And I finished decorating these up just so they look pretty. Do our little baby. Do our little baby ones too. There we go. Yes, I'm a stickler for keeping things even. And there are our chewy pecan bars. So super quick and easy recipe for you that you can enjoy over the holidays. You could wrap these up in a cute little box and give them as a gift, or you can just enjoy them yourselves, which is what we'll probably do later on. And I am gonna just give a little taste test right now because it is one of my favorite bars. You got the chewy butter cookie, the nutty brownie layer, a little bit of sweet buttercream. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe and you'll give it a try. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new video. I'll see you again soon with a new recipe, and until then, have a sweet day. It is so good. So I hope you try this recipe. Yeah, that was bad. So I hope you don't make me noise. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. Give it a try. I'm so messed up right now. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Give it a try. Be sure to. Okay. So I hope you'll give this recipe a try. Video. And until next time, I hope you have a sweet day. Please give it a try. If you've enjoyed this video, I'm tired. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe and you'll give it a try. Until then, and I'll see you in the kitchen. That didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Until then, have a sweet day sounds better than hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new video. I'll see you again soon with a new recipe, and until then, have a sweet day. All right, done.